Tell me when you see us.
I don't see it yet, but I'm gonna edit that here. I can edit it on.
Mic is on. Oh, there we are. There we are. Welcome, everybody. We're back. We are back and excited to see you all here tonight. It's been a while. I start coughing. I can't help it. Hey, hold on. Hi, Leslie and Cindy and Janet. How have you all been? We have been under the weather a little bit.
Oh, you got somebody for me to phone.
Hey, Diane. And let's see, who do we have? We have somebody from Egypt on. Wow, that's exciting. We've got Catherine. I am so happy to see you guys all here tonight. Sorry, it's going to be a cracking voice and a coughing mess, but I'm here. So excited to see you guys, and I am so thankful for your patience and waiting for me to get back. What a year 2021 was for us, and 2022 I'm hoping is going to be so much better. Mr. Wilson, go sit in the corner.
No, Mr. Wilson don't have to go sit in the corner.
Mr. Wilson's dancing behind the screen. Hey, Sharon, I'm very happy to see you guys as well. Edie, everybody. I am so excited to be back. I am back, almost as good as new, cracking, coughing, but we're here. And so tonight when I show the videos, they're videos that I started last week, and you'll see why I could not quite make it last week. Thank you, Deanne. I've missed you guys all too. Thank you, Nancy. So you're going to have to listen closely. Hey, Misty. You're going to have to listen closely to these first couple videos because they, like I said, were recorded last week. But I finished it up this week, and we have all kinds of things planned, but we are now just a few weeks behind because we were down for several weeks. And it was horrible. I will tell you, it was horrible. But we're better. So let's see, where are we on time? 5:32. I'm going to let a few more people get on. Let people realize that we're actually back. Sorry. Hi, Jen. Hi, Chandra. Hi, Molly. And Cindy. I'm so excited to be here. We have been going stir crazy, locked up in the house, actually stir crazy, right through Christmas, no less. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Mr. Wilson had his phone on, sound on, and he walked outside. And so my sound was talking over on the counter. He's outside, so I had to go fix it. Yes, so did Mr. Wilson. You left your sound on and went outside. I had to go over there and turn it off. He went outside to give me cough drops, though, so... I apologize that I'm going to be sucking on cough drops, but if I don't, I'm going to have cough attacks, and that's not going to be fun. So, Jen says, hi, Mr. Wilson, and he's doing this number over there. Okay, so tonight, I'm just going to, like I said, show you there's a product we've had for a while, but with Valentine's Day coming up, and I had so many Valentine projects, and now it's kind of behind the eight ball on that, and I have two amazing Valentine pins that are almost finished, that have been sitting there because I just couldn't even work on them. So anyhow, I'm gonna start this video. Please turn up your sound so you can hear me. These were last week. So hi Carla. Hi Carla. These were from last week, so turn up your sound and let me get going on this. Okay, I'm gonna keep the talking to a minimum, but I do want to get through this. What I have here is Speckled Buff Laguna, and because Valentine's Day is coming, we are going to show an old product that is a beautiful Valentine's gift. And you can do anything you want to with it. You can use the stencils that come with it. You can use any rolling pin you have. You can use stamps. You can carve on it. You can do nothing at all and just do some really fun, pretty glazes. So I am just gonna do this for Valentine's Day. So this is, sorry, a nested set. It's in our specialty section, and this comes with 3 different sizes. It's all together. You get the template and the stencil, and you can make this a nested set, or you can give away each one to somebody different. And then our heart push plates. Now these are just the push plates. They're only a 1/2 inch. Those fit in there, and you can press them down. You could also use the heart dual drapes or the heart forms if you want to drape over and have it thicker than just this 1/2 inch. So that would work also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of Speckled Buff. I am going to compress both sides of this clay. I've already done some compressing. I've done some of the compressing. I'm going to compress this other side. This is about a 1/4 inch. You may want to go just a hair thicker if you're going to use a rolling pin. This has got stuff on it from my wear board. Okay. Alright. So, I am going to get my needle tool. Get some of the water off of this. Get my needle tool ready. And I'm going to fit both these. These are the 2 smaller ones. I'm going to fit both of these on this piece of clay and cut them out. I'm just going to glide my needle tool right around here. If I do need to stop, I'm not going to stop at an indent. I sure hope you guys that this you can hear me on this video. So I'm just going to go around here, rest my fingers, go around. Whoops, and I missed that one, so I just came back to it, which is totally fine. I sure hope you guys can hear me. Okay, I'm going to come around back over where I started and come this other direction. You can go whichever direction works for you. It works for me to go the other way. And I'm going to come off there. I don't remember where that's going to fit. I don't want to cut it off too short. Just come this way. How about that? And take that off. Okay. Take that off, move that aside. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one real quick. Okay, clay got a little stiff down here. Am I recording? Yes. It just dawned on me I didn't remember if I pushed the button, and I'd be not happy if I had to go through all of this again today. I'm going to try not to talk as much as I usually do for obvious reasons. And I'm going to move over to this side. Okay, take this one off. Bring this out. Like I said, that got a little stiff on that side, but that's okay. We can make this work. I didn't quite cut this as well. There we go. Okay. Now I'm not going to do all three of them, just because you see me cut two, you've seen probably one too many. I'm going to take my sponge and go just kind of right around the edge. I'm going to clean this up just a bit right here. And I'm going to clean this one up just real quick. I guess I didn't have my needle tool pressed all the way down, but that's okay. You see how easy it is to clean that right back up. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stencils. And you got to see which direction it goes. Does it go this way or this way? This way. And this one. Now, you can glaze first, let it dry, and then put the stencil on the top. But since I'm using Laguna Speckled Buff, I want that pretty little tan speckle to all show through and really just kind of give a beautiful border. So I'm not going to glaze first. So I'm going to take my roller and roll this on. I want to be able to see the clay coming up through here. Now, if you have excess clay sticking out and you absolutely hate it, you could come in and go around that stencil. I don't mind. I'm going to have to fix this part just because I went around it. But you take a chance on ruining your stencil doing that, so I don't like to do it. And if you have a little glaze excess, you can always wipe it off with a sponge or leave it. It still looks good. So whichever way you choose. Sorry, I'm going to have to try to take a quick drink. All right. So I'm going to just use some Stroke and Coat colors in some pretty reds. So I think the big one, well, this is the middle size one. I'm sorry. This is the middle size one. So I'm going to use Tuscan Red on that. I'm going to grab my paint holder and I'm going to put some Tuscan Red in here. Oh, come out. There we go. So that's Stroke and Coat 82 Tuscan Red. I had a much bigger project scheduled for today, but knowing my voice wasn't going to stay, I had to just switch to something simple, something quick. So I'm just going to go around here. Every time I talk, it goes away. Now, in this center section, you can stamp, draw, carve, do all kinds of extra things too, and just let this stencil serve as a border. You can get super creative. Okay, that's one coat. I'm going to let that somewhat set while I go do this one. Oh, I don't want to do this one the same color. Let me do red color. We'll do a pretty teal. Actually, yeah. Let's see. Red. Green. We're going to use a green heart. A jealous heart. You ever know anybody who's got a jealous heart? That are mean to people because they're green with envy? Don't be that person. Okay. Let me rinse this one off. Okay. This is Green Thumb 26 Stroke and Coat. Whoa, popping back in. Sorry, I'm just trying not to talk. Okay, as you can see, that was last week, and I am a lot better this week. But I already had that, and I wanted to use it. Didn't want to strain my voice too awful much, but I am better. So what I want to show you, and yes, this was a product that we've had since last year, but doing it on this color, wait till you see it all together. It is drop dead gorgeous for a Valentine's gift, Mother's Day gift, just a gift to gift. So yeah, I am better as long as I don't cough. So let me go to this second one real quick. Okay. I'm gonna pull these stencils off real quick. Here's one. Whoa. Here's two. Let me find a spot. Look at how gorgeous those are. Now, see how that frames that when you leave extra? And I took that off to show you. I actually like it with the extra framed on there. But once this is completely dry, then we can either drape it or press it in the foam. So we'll be right back for that. Okay, I see. Well, it says Facebook user, but that is Cindy. She says, does it take forever for the stroke and coat to dry? I have no patience, and it seems to take a long time. I will tell you what I do is I put the clay on plastic so that the clay doesn't dry out while the stroke and coat is drying. And by the time I do the third one, I'm ready, just about ready to go back to the first one. Or I cheat a little bit and use my hair dryer on the stroke and coat. You just have to be extremely careful with that you don't dry out your clay so that you so that you can still bend it over your forms. What other questions do I see? Oh, what clay is this? This is Laguna Speckled Buff. So when this fires, it's not going to be that pretty chocolatey brown. It's going to be a like a beige. That was Speckled Buff. It's going to be like this color right here, and with speckles in it, and then that bright border. And let's see, yeah, look, Speckled Buff. That green is gorgeous. And Nancy Jean, I will tell you that during the heat of having this stuff, I should have taken out stock in Campbell's chicken noodle soup, because that's what I lived on. Chicken noodle soup and 7-Up. That's morning, noon, and night. That is all that felt good. Salt content about killed me though. All right, let's look at what this part is. Okay, I'm back. These are pretty dry. So I'm on a piece of foam, and I'm going to take these push plates, and I'm going to show you just how pretty they are when you push them. And you can help them along however you want. There's one. Look at how pretty that is. Now here's the second one. This one wasn't quite dry on the glaze. You can make them whatever shape. You just want to make sure that it will fit inside of there. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous. So I didn't make the third one. There is the third one in the set that would go on top. Okay. Now, this very last video, when you see them all together, you're going to see that this last video is when I finished this all up. I was a whole lot better. than the first ones. But as I was trying to get through those videos last week, as you can tell, it was getting worse and worse and worse, and I gave up. I just gave up, but not now. I'm back. Let me see, did I have any other questions? No, I didn't. Okay, so let me show you. I did do the third heart offline, and when you put the three of these together, wait till you see these. Now, I chose to push them, and my clay had set up way too much before I ever even started. But you can push them in foam, you can drape them over. Just make sure you give yourself enough room so that these will stack inside of each other and not smush each other. But watch this set when you see the three of these together. Oops, wrong, wrong one. Okay, wanted to show you this finished. I did the third one off camera because, you know, scene 2 is seeing them all. I used glowworm, I believe, for this one. And I did the peekaboo, and I did moody blue. But look at how gorgeous this is as a nested set. How gorgeous. My banding wheel's under here. But look how gorgeous that is. And you can do them together, or you can do them individually. Let me set this down here. Let me set this one off here. Scooch this one to the corner. So that you can see the three of them together. How gorgeous this is. And look at that. This is Laguna Speckled Buff, so it won't dry, I mean, it won't fire chocolate. It's going to fire that golden tan with speckles in it with these bright colors. It's going to be gorgeous. But I absolutely love what these colors look like on this chocolate. So I am also going to create a set actually on my Laguna B3 or 3, I don't remember, but it's chocolate. So it will actually stay chocolate. So I'm going to have a set of both because I absolutely love this. Anyway, I just wanted you to see it finished because I couldn't finish it last week. So there you have it. All nice and finished. Okay. So there is that finished product. Those of you that have been around with me for a while saw that last year, but I thought it warranted coming back out just to revisit it because it's so gorgeous. And there are a lot of you that maybe have not seen that from last year. Let me see. There's no other questions. I will tell you that we do have some new things coming out that would have already been out had Mr. Wilson and I not been down. I'm going to show you just a couple real quick, but I have projects for all of these. What did we call this? Fluted Flower. Okay, so this is a double form, sort of. So this, see how it's all fluted on the form? So the bottom of the dish gives you that curvy edge, and then at the bottom you get it, and it's all fluted in the middle. I had a picture of a plate I did with it, but if you look at the website, you will see the plate I made. It's not glazed or anything. I mean, my household went down, boom, blocked down. We didn't do a thing. So we are in catch-up mode. Those of you that are in my Slab to Fab Society, You are going to see a little project tonight with this. This is a whimsical heart. It's a totally different design, and when you see the clay actually in it, the way it works, it's it's a lopsided heart with a big side, a small side, and the curve, and it looks fantastic in clay. And we have a fun little project tonight with that.
That looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, it does. Ooh, do that on chocolate clay. That would look like a Reese's peanut butter cup. I have that fluted form. We are going to be doing all of our standard round, rectangle, square, all the normal forms are going to be, I have a fluted option as well, because when you put that into, in the clay, look at my website for that fluted flower. That's what we called it, fluted flower. Did I say that earlier? I have COVID brain. I will tell you what, minute to minute, I sometimes don't remember my name. But I don't remember what I was actually saying that for.
All normal shapes.
All normal shapes will also come in that fluted, and if you want to see what it looks like in a dish, you can see it on the website. There's a couple other shapes coming, but slab to fab, you guys are going to see what this whimsical heart actually looks like in the clay. Believe it or not, that was really our very first form we made, was the whimsical heart. And we made the whimsical heart and then a regular heart. And we ended up coming out with the regular heart first, though my love is that whimsical. That must be Jen. Thank you, Jen. I need to put you on the payroll there. Anyway, that whimsical heart, we ended up coming out with the straight one instead first, just kind of a more standard shape, and then forgot all about the whimsical heart, and it's really my love. The two Valentine pins that I have coming out, you wait till you see what those are going to look like on this whimsical heart. You're going to love it. Let's see, what do we have? It's 6:02 is all. I thought this was going to take longer, but it didn't. So any questions you have, let me look and see. What questions do you have? When will you be taking new members for the Slab to Fab Society? Well, that's a very good question. Who asked that question, by the way?
Michelle.
That was Michelle. Hey, Michelle. So we had intended to start towards taking new members at the first of this year, and then all hell broke loose in the Hoppe house. We had to go back to North Carolina multiple times for my mother, who got COVID, pneumonia, went in the hospital, went into rehab. The rehab about made her an invalid. Then we had to go back and pack up her apartment and move her out here. She is now a couple miles down the road from me in a rehab, and went down to 78 pounds. She's now up to 90. She is doing great. I talk to her probably 15 or 20 times a day. My phone rings. But she's doing really good. And then I think it was that trip where we got sick on that last trip of bringing her out here. So we got a little bit behind. We do have most of the orders out because we were trying desperately to get those out in addition to everything. So reopening the Slab to Fab Society kind of got a little bit behind. I personally want to get a few more classes out there, and then we'll open it up. So I'm going to shoot for not very long from now. I'm not kidding. I know that's invasive, and I'm sorry. I have all my classes lined out, and part of them already filmed, but I have to finish them. Oh, and my last kiln load, I have struggled with my kiln for a year, and it finally went kaput. I can bisque fire with it, but it won't hit cone 5-6 temps anymore. So I have ordered a kiln. My kiln was a used kiln. I have ordered a kiln, and it should be here within the next couple weeks. So that's going to hold me up a bit. But as soon as that baby comes in, we are going to blow and go, and we have lots of thinking outside the box type classes coming. So hang in there, stay patient. You're laughing at my not very long from now. Well, because of everything that happened in December and then getting this in January, I'm a little nervous about giving a hard, fast date. Just know I am working hard to recuperate. I don't want all the classes to sound like this and then I turn around and cough and I'm sniffling, and I just think that's kind of tacky for a class. So I'm trying to give it another week or so. I do, by the way, slabbers, any of you that are on here, I do have a couple classes going up this week. So anyway, I am hoping very soon, but I have to get a few more classes together. We are putting out an announcement on the website, and where you can sign up for information, and as soon as we get ready to open it up, you can get notified if you don't see it otherwise. But I also need to work some things with my founders. So that's all about that. We know you're working your bum off. Oh yeah, we have been. It's hard when you're absent on social media because boom, all the followers leave, and then you have to come back there and bring them all back in. But we're hoping that we have a lot of fun stuff, brings you all back in and gives you a reason to be here. So with that, any other questions? Who was that asked that? Michelle. Michelle, we'll let you know as soon as we can, or you'll get the announcement here. We'd love to have all of you join us. Let's see. I guess that's all that I'm seeing on here. Okay, so that's, yeah, I don't want to relapse, that's for sure. And I started doing really good. And then I start talking because do you know how hard it was for me to go that long without talking? Mr. Wilson, I am going to put you in the corner. I said, do you know how hard that was for me to not be able to talk? And the answer was, I loved it. So, the new pens, who's asking about the new pens? Molly, I had hoped to have it finished and ran and tested to actually show tonight on a project, but it didn't happen because first and foremost, we had to finish and get caught up and get orders out. That had to come first because those orders were already in. So within the next couple days, there should be 2 pens at least, and multiple forms. And I have a form that I'm showing to my Slab to Fab Society this evening. And then, is that the one that's going to be named? Which one is the name it? I have a form, another new form that we put up on the website today that is called No Name Form. And we're going to do a Name It to Win It coming up.
Oh, that's the one, that's the little platter.
Oh yeah, that's what that is. Name It to Win It. And so we're going to start trying to do some kind of fun little contest each month. And trust me, anybody can be in this contest, and anybody, it doesn't have to be anything. I mean, sometimes last year I said, just post a picture. So it'll be fun and an exciting year coming up. Somebody just put a link. What was that link? Oh, that must be Jen. Oh, and that'll be to something. Thank you, Jen. Probably the No Name Form. So watch for this coming week for a name it to win it, amongst other things.
The video interrupted.
My video interrupted?
You're back.
I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off of here. All of you slab to fabbers. I will see you in the other group for a fun little project. I will see you all, the rest of you guys, all next week. Thank you so much for your patience and for coming back now that we're back. Good night, everybody.